Fred, what's Louis doing? There he is.
Kenku, how's it going, dude?
Oh, wait, let me close my curtains and I'm ready. I didn't realise it was going to rain.
I did actually have a question.
I want to get in the mixer, Fred. Come on.
Alright, sorry. If you could have any weapon from any game, movie, or any, like, book or whatever, like, comic, any weapon you could have from any fictional or for your characters to have, what would it be?
That's a very good question.
Be a fucking pistol, mate. just so he can wave it around at people.
Can I have the nuke from MW2 multiplayer?
I must admit, the first thing that came to my mind was a ray gun, I'll be honest.
I'm saying either a ray gun or lightsaber.
Lightsaber works as well in the environment.
Yeah.
Not
in real life, I would love to have a wand from Harry Potter, but there's no point having one of those in this world because everyone else is going to do magic. So what's the point?
And the wand chooses you as well. So
I'll tell you what I wouldn't mind, because I think it'd be really cool, a really sick thing to have. The Omnitrix from Ben 10.
That's so good.
That's such a goated shout.
It's crazy how this video is now aged immediately.
I've been getting fucking TikToks about Ben 10 so much recently. Quality.
You want that Ben 10 algorithm?
Well, what happened in the last couple of episodes? We had the wedding finally, after all of the weeks and weeks of prep and excitement for it. We had the wedding. So you guys infiltrated the wedding as backup singers or a singer for your duet with Tazira, Yeg. You all absolutely butchered your performance check and absolutely were fucking awful during that. Apart from Tazira, she was really good. I'm pretty sure Gil rolled a nat 1. But as you sang and Sylvie and Antoine entered, the wedding began. And just before you were able to really make any impact on what was going on, Antoine Platisse used a time stop spell to pause time around you all. And in doing so, you guys realised that you had walked into a trap. He had given Tazira the job to be in charge of the entertainment, knowing that she would call upon you guys.
Shit, man.
He snapped her neck as a show of defiance and began the ritual to turn Sylvie into a Vaneborn. He had no regard to even try and fight you guys. His only goal was to convert her to a Vaneborn. And you guys managed to do enough damage to him to hurt him enough whereby he had to sacrifice doing the ritual. He opened up 2 portals, one to the Shadowfell, where the soul of Umbrasil was encased inside the box, and one to the Concilius tribe, where Iria and Kael, the 2 primordial scions, were being tutored by Fallon. He split himself into 5 versions, not knowing which one's the real one. Some went to the Shadowfell and some went to Zahith, and everyone barring Gildor went to the Shadowfell. Gildor himself went to Zahith to protect his mother. In the Shadowfell, you dispatched all of the illusory duplicates and realised that the real version of Antoine must have gone to Zahith. But meanwhile, at Zahith, Gildor was charmed into fighting his mother, whilst Antoine took the children and disappeared. Just before it got fatal and Fallon was about to die, she managed to polymorph Gildor into a rabbit, ran down to the actual tribe and broke the charm spell upon you. In doing so, she then transported you to the Shadowfell to be with the rest of the party. And Sylvie was going through her fractured mind, trying to separate real and fake memories after years and years of brainwashing from Antoine. And you thought that, well, Jeff thought that the best way to prove the truth was to go and visit the graves. You visited the graves in North Spire with Sylvie, just the two of you. You threw down your glaive, rejected Ekthys, and decided that from this point onwards, vengeance was not on your heart, and instead building a life with Sylvie, with Connie, and with Henry was all you wanted. And just as you were about to travel back to the Goliath tribe to rendezvous with the rest of the party, you were whisked away on your transportation. You ended up in a safe house in Emberfield where you knew Connie and Henry were staying. And as you got there, you saw Connie and Michael from the Serpentines knocked out, unconscious on the floor, and standing with a knife to the throat of Henry was Ciara Minora, the mother of Phalar, the paladin of Corellon, who had preached how vengeance for her daughter was not needed, who begged you, Jaff, to bring back Phalar, who was being imprisoned in Mortuus. But at that point, Jaff only had vengeance on his mind, and instead of freeing Phalar, you killed her in cold blood. And when Ciara found out, that was the final straw. Losing both of her daughters was too much for her to bear, and you realised that she too had made a deal with Ekthys for vengeance against you. And the same way that you killed her only child, she did the same. She killed Henry and disappeared whilst you were laying on the floor paralysed. In that sad moment, Connie awoke, saw her dead son, blood poured from his chest, and she wept and wept and wept before casting Jaff away, blaming him for what happened to her son. At that point, Jaff decided that enough was enough. He had lost everything he could lose. The only thing he had left now was his sister, and he wasn't going to lose her too. And Jaff and Sylvie disappeared off to build a new life for themselves, away from the politics, away from the clutches of Antoine and the plots of the Children of Darkness. And after that, the rest of the party retired to a tavern in Emberfield. They gave a tavern owner of a very, very unreputable establishment a large sum of gold to leave. And that is where we pick up our story. You guys have spent the night in Rodent Residences, in a tavern that is dark, is dingy. You guys have drank yourselves to sleep and have awoken the next day.
I will say that. I mean, we all slept in separate rooms, right?
Yeah, I think now you've all come down into the main area. You have the tavern to yourself. He literally gave you the key. He locked up. He booted out everyone else that was left in there. You have the whole establishment yourself. So I'll say that you've come down now to the main area of the tavern. There's some dried foods, like some dried jerkies. There's like a stale loaf of bread, a stew with a meat in it that you're not quite sure what the meat is.
I'm gonna start whipping up some Bloody Marys for everyone.
Two-day bender, come on.
I will say that as Gildor sort of comes down the stairs, especially as like an elf and as someone who doesn't necessarily sleep, like only trances for 4 hours, it's probably the first time since being a member of the party that Gildor looks aged, like he's actually...
He's 23 now.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, he's very young for like an elf's years, but this is the first time that he looks like the things that have happened have had a physical ramification on what he looks like. He looks slightly like bags under the eyes, a little bit more shell shocked, like less of a gleeful, like look about his face. Good morning. Good morning, team.
Morning, I say chippily.
I think we should. Satiate ourselves and then be on our way quickly. We have much to continue with.
Yeah, I'll take the glass.
As you all sit at the fairly grimy table, eating whatever you eat, drinking your Bloody Marys, you realise you're not alone. There's a small windowsill, sort of peering out onto the street, and there's a small little crack in the windowsill, whereas the window has been opened, and sitting on the windowsill, you just see this tiny wooden creature. And at first glance, it literally just looks like a carved toy. And then you see it just moves very, very imperceptibly. Did we just lose? Oh. It moves almost imperceptibly. And you realise that this small humanoid shape, no taller than a pint glass, made from bark, leaves, vines, and twisting roots, is just staring directly at you.
Okay, don't be alarmed. I swear to you, that wooden thing over there, it just moved.
Can I make a sort of like an Arcana check on what's the deal?
Wooden
Yeah, make an
creatures
Arcana check for me.
respond to movement. So nobody move.
On a 23 Arcana check, this is something, it's very, like, it's a natural magic, obviously. You can just tell from the organic structure that it's made of. It has some ties to Fey magic, and you realise that it's something is looking through this thing. It's using it as an extra pair of eyes. And I think as you see it, as you sort of look at it and start to inspect it, you sort of notice that it's been noticed, and it just sort of slides under the small crack in the window, and it's just floating, flittering and flying just outside of the window on the street. And one of its like twig sort of arms just beckons towards you guys.
Well, this day's off to a cracking start. I say we follow it.
Can we try and communicate with it? Like,
No?
do you have a name, creature? What are you? Are you here for us?
It just slowly turns and flutters like 5 yards further away. Again, once
this isn't
beckons
the
you over.
thing that we're communicating with. This is just a wooden fucking thing. Do you know what I mean? It's got no feelings. I'm following.
How do you know?
Well, I don't. I'm making a lot of guesswork.
Let me try. Meow. Meow.
I will stand from the table and sort of put whatever we were using, like stack it up and leave 2 gold pieces on the side and say, right, well, looks like the day's starting early, let's get going.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. High five.
I'm not going to high five you.
Okay.
As you leave the tavern,
I'll take a high five.
High five.
As you leave the tavern, you see it sort of perching on a set of barrels, and then you see that it disappears for a second, and it reappears about 10 yards further down in a little flower box, just sort of in and amongst this like box of roses and lilies and chrysanthemums, and then it disappears again, and a few further yards down again, it's now in the branches of a tree, and again it sort of beckons you to follow.
Oh god, this feels like a trap. Go up a tree, are you fucking kidding?
Well, I mean, has anyone... What time of day is this? Is like people around and sort of acting as if
8
they're
a.m.
also...
Fuck's sake.
Are they also seeing what we are seeing right now, or...?
It's early in the morning. It's not too busy where you are. I don't think anyone seems to notice that. You got to remember, this thing is very small. It's
Yeah,
like
we've just got
unless
good eyesight.
you're looking around for it, you're not really going to see it. And it is picking its positions carefully. It's around other pieces of wood, other pieces of like fauna and nature and flowers and things that it can sort of blend in with. Really, its eyes are focused on the party.
Like Toy
But
Story.
it's yeah.
I think we should. I think we just
Fuck
continue.
it, yeah. Push me up.
As you get closer again, it flicks down the street, and you realise it's leading you towards a small market square just outside of rodent residences.
Oh.
There are stalls within stalls, and there are some large merchant stalls and some more modest ones. And I'd say everyone here make a perception check for me.
Perfect.
So on that 25 triple G, you look around and you try and see the things that are sort of catching your eye. There's a small pop-up like fisherman's tent where there are some like salmon that are like kept on ice, where they're like a fishmonger is selling his wares. There's someone who is like, he's got animal hides hanging from the side of a like the side of their stall, and they turn some of the animal hides into pouches, backpacks. Some of them are just selling the raw hides. Some of them are being used for actual like that have been used to produce merchandise. There's an old, like a fairly old woman with like a wooden staff with a small, very modest stall with some trinkets. There are like some tea, there's a pot of tea leaves. There's a couple of dice in front of them. Some very like simple wooden jewelry. And then there's a big, beefy guy. He's dressed all, you can say he's like a merchant of a mercenary of some kind, sort of standing up against the wall, dressed in like black leathers. He's got a cloak and a hood over his face, a scar on one eye. There's like tattoos coming up his neck onto his chin. He's got a nose piercing, and like the piercing is like dangling. There are like dangling ear piercings. He's missing a finger on his right arm, and he's holding like a big metal sword to his side.
And do these people look like they're just going about their day, or did it look like as if they were waiting for us, as if this thing has led us back to them?
Mm-hmm.
Make an insight or a perception check for me, either one. On the 23 insight, the fisherman is just selling his wares. He's sort of just calling people over to try and sell. You're in a fairly busy market square. The person with the animal hides isn't very busy right now. I think they're just having a cigarette and sort of laying there and waiting for, I think, the market to get busier. The merchant isn't really looking at you, and you see, I think on that 23 insight, the old woman is staring directly at you. I think as your eyes sort of cross paths, in the back of your head, you just hear a voice.
The tattooed elf and the dragonborn at last. Of course you're here. You were always supposed to be here.
Oh, here we go.
As you hear this in the back of your head, you look over and you get a better view of this older woman with a wooden staff.
I see you've lost a few allies. The giant and the prince. Oh, I do wonder where you've collected that fox from as well.
It was a hotel, I think. Or a pub. Was it a pub?
Tavern.
Yeah.
What is your name, madam?
My name is Doris. Doris Johnson.
Doris Johnson.
You see, you and I we seek the same thing. And I think we may be able to broker a bargain of sorts.
A bargain.
I have been waiting here for quite a long time now.
Yeah, sorry we're late.
What have you been waiting for exactly?
Well, you, of course.
Us or me specifically?
You specifically, I think.
No, not just you. The Dragonborn as well. I was hoping the giant might be here as well. He certainly seems interesting.
Yeah,
Who is this bitch? I don't like her.
Alright, Kit, alright. We're in a square, Kit. Remember your manners, please.
Sorry.
What is it that you believe that we might be able to do with us? And yes, you are right, the giant isn't here anymore, but the fox girl is a companion of ours.
Fox
It's
gal.
a girl. Oh. Well, come
Here we
over
go.
to my
Fucking misgendering me again.
come over to my stall and I'll let you know my terms and hopefully we can come to something.
Go on, yeah.
Between
I'll
us.
hear your terms for realsies. I'm not usually one to enjoy shit like this, but you've enticed me for some strange reason. I think it's your owl.
Oh, thank you. My owl is called... I haven't actually named it yet.
Boris.
My owl is called Suella Braverman.
I'm not going to remember that.
So, as you guys kind of make your way over, you see this very hunched over, old, wrinkly woman. She's got to be at least in her 80s or 90s physically, from appearance at least. She's got kind of long, pointy, sharp fingernails. She's wearing very kind of natural clothing. Everything's kind of seemingly been foraged or just kind of haphazardly thrown together. As you get closer to the stall, you notice that there are kind of an assortment of weird fey creatures, those little kind of wooden things dotted around in the back of this tent thing she's kind of got, as well as just mice and whatnot running around. And yeah, she's very feeble looking, very old, very hunched over, and very unassuming, I guess would be a good way to describe it. So kind of go on.
No. I want to hear more description.
Well, as you get closer, she'll say, "Well, would you like some tea? Have you had anything to drink morning?"
Do you know what's crazy is I was thinking you and we're on the same level. I was gonna say if you wanted a cup of tea and then you've just gone and offered me one, making me look like a fool. I would love
I'll
some
have a tea, please. Yes, that would be nice. Thank you.
I'm not making it for you. You've offered me tea. Make me.
You said you were going to offer me
I was going to, but you beat me to it, so we're not doing this dance.
Okay.
Then I make the tea.
No.
You make
No.
the tea.
No. I'm putting my foot down.
I'm gonna pickpocket her.
Okay.
I'm on a 31. I don't think you can roll a perception check if you want, Luke.
No. I'm gonna say that's successful. And as he reaches into my pockets, he realizes I have no money.
That's unfortunate.
Alright, you get out of here. Fuck this.
Do you like stories, little fox?
Don't call me that.
What's your name? Tell me your name.
Jack.
Jack. Okay, Jack. Do you like stories?
Come on then, tell me a story, and if it's shit, I'll get your owl.
Okay. So
The only judge is Jack.
So I was talking to a tree recently, and this tree, it led me to this very big giant person living in a cave. Have you seen a cave before?
No.
It's in a cave that you're describing, yes.
Rhetorical.
And there was this very, very big person, much bigger than any... What's the biggest person you've seen?
Probably the one that you
They're
are
stood in front of me.
Imagine them much bigger. And he told me that if I came here, I would find you.
Sorry,
That's the end
some
of my
chap in a
story.
cave told you.
She's referring to
Oh,
Epizon. Is that his name or is it his wife's name?
Something
Is his
begin
name.
with E.
Epizon.
That isn't that, mate. Come on, who's the fucking lawkeeper like me?
That might have been his name.
It's not very nice of you not to remember his name.
Well, I was very tired at the time.
Okay. Bedtime's
On the
4
out-
p.m. is it?
On the outskirts of Timberwatch, yes.
Yeah, that would be it.
And did Epizon say anything else in particular, or?
Well, they said that if I was looking for you, well, if I was looking for primordial energy, then I would finding you would be best.
So that's what you're really interested in, is primordial energy.
Well, of course.
Right, can I have your owl yet or not?
I tell you what, I'll play a game with you for the owl.
Alright.
And I take out these kind of like this wooden dice. And I'll say,
This will be good.
if we're both going to call a number and then roll the dice, if I call the right number, I get 100 gold from you. If you call the right number, you get the owl. And I'll let you go first.
Sorry, say that again.
No.
Alright.
Honestly, I'd say just fucking do it.
Well, I'm doing it. So,
You can go first. What number?
I don't like how you address Jack as if he's a child.
I know.
He is
Little
a
bit,
child.
He's not
How
a
old are you,
child.
Jack?
I am 8 years old, so you're not far off. But in my world,
That's
in my-
child.
yeah, I know. But in my world, that's fully grown adult. So,
Oh yeah, see, it's like how.
Do you have
yeah.
100 gold?
do I have 100 gold? I could slap you in my cock with 100 gold.
I don't know why slapping me with your cock is relevant, Jack.
Because I've got 100 gold and I'm going to slap you in the face with my cock. So,
Why?
Jesus.
I ought to show
we-
you a lesson, young buck.
can we
Just said he was
work this
8
into the can we? Yes, but like I'm 8 years old and in my world I'm an adult. So
No, I understand.
Well, that's very sweet. I'm sure your world sounds very lovely, Jack. Should we play the game or not? Are you
all right,
gonna-
you
are
pick
gonna
you
call
pick
a
the number. You pick the number. You go first. You're the elder, aren't you?
You go first, Jack. You're young and virile. There's a lot to you. I can tell you're just busting to pick a number.
What's it out of again?
It's a dice. 6.
Sorry, I can't read.
Have you not learnt yet, Jack?
No. All right, I'm gonna say 6.
I'll say 2. And you see Doris kind of throw the dice out. Oh, both wrong. Oh, okay. Once more. Pick another number.
Fucking hell.
Oh my
Alright,
god. Are you new at this? Are you new at this?
3.
3.
No, I like this. I like this now.
I'll go 6.
Wow.
Ah, tough luck, Jack.
Sorry, I don't have 100 gold. I lied.
Damn.
Oh.
I am.
Wow.
Sorry. I got too carried away. I heard a game, and obviously I'm a child, so.
Okay, as you tell me that you don't have 100 gold, I'm gonna slam a playing card down on the table.
Oh god.
And in front of you, you see, wait. You see basically what is a devil appear in front of you, like a horned, winged, tailed devil appear in front of you and start like growling at you.
As this happens, by the way, the marketplace all sees this, and half of them are like, "What the fuck just happened?" and the other half are screaming in terror.
Help! I'm just a child!
Give me the money, Jack! Give me the money!
I'm just a child! Help! I'm just a child!
My money, Jack!
Help! I'm just a child! Help!
I'm gonna stand, and I will say, enough of this. Listen, madam, whatever is fucking going on here.
Get this old lady away from me! She's trying to touch me! She's trying to touch me! I'm only 8 years old!
I'm gonna kick Kit in the face.
Fuck!
Roll an unarmed strike for me, and just make a strength check.
I don't even know how to do that.
Just make a strength check. I believe that misses your AC, yeah.
I'm just staring at Jack with my tongue out like.
Help! 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 Pedo! Pedo!
I don't know how I can help. I want to just try and spear
Children
tackle.
run! Children run!
I'm gonna sweet chin music the woman.
Oh my god! Doris! Oh, Doris!
Make an unarmed strike.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
save.
no,
It's a
strength
save.
check.
It's a save. That's my
Yeah,
bad.
strength check, strength check.
Sorry, that was my bad.
That will miss.
Jesus.
Doris,
Kicking it, yeah.
Doris slips it like fucking Tyson Fury, and she's like, okay, fine. I don't want your money, child.
You obviously do, you lying bitch.
I'll
Sorry.
steal it from you later.
Do you want 100 gold?
Yes, please.
That badly.
I'm gonna get 50 out, and I'm gonna throw it 25
Are you
yards
fucking
away.
joking me? If
And I'm gonna say,
50
go
gold?
And, go and get it, you fucking loser.
Doris
Can I
runs after
can I have
him.
the other 50? Can I have the other 50?
No, mate, you can't.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, mate. That's just the way it is.
So once I've picked up the 50 gold, I'll turn around and be like, okay, are we all friends now then?
Yeah, we're all friends. Can we just stay on track? Okay, what time is it now? Can I get a time check?
It's like 8:30 in the morning.
Fuck, it's at 8:30 in the fucking morning, Doris. Is that your name?
I am going to stand from the stall and say, Doris, thank you for your time, and I'm going to turn and begin to walk out of the marketplace.
Wait, no.
I'm going to do the same.
Goodbye, old fucking paedophile lady.
I cast hold person on Gil.
Well, I'll continue walking.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm going to keep walking as well. I'm glad it's not me.
No, wait.
In
Wait,
a
I
bit,
can cast
Triple
this.
G.
For each, you can target an additional humanoid for each spell slot. Okay, I'm gonna cast it at level 4 and target all of you.
Are you joking?
Counter
I need. you cast, if you're casting counter at level 3, you need to roll to counter it.
I'm going to counter spell at level 4, and I'm going to turn and walk over. I'm going to flip the table that the lady is standing at, and I'm going to say, listen to me very, very carefully. Somebody I love is now gone. They're not with us anymore. You didn't even mention them when you came here with your bullshit fucking tricks talking about giants and you've seen us in your mind's eye. Leave us alone, or tell us what's really going on. I've lost enough, and so have my friends. This might be funny to you, but a child has died.
Okay. I'm sorry. I need to find some primordial energy.
Okay.
What for?
And for a ritual of sorts.
Why are you Triple G looks at all the animals that have clearly been surrounding Doris. Are you a druid of some kind, or?
Yeah, I could get down with some nature. And
Do you like the green?
I'm doing a ritual for my aunt. It's very important to her. And I need what do I need? I need like a jar of primordial energy.
A jar.
And the big giant couldn't give me any, but he said that you guys might be able to. So
Do we
I
have
was
that?
kind of,
I don't think we can help.
well, he said that you're going after lots of bits of primordial
did he?
energy, and I was hoping that maybe we could all be friends, and I could come with you.
Okay.
And who is your aunt to be asking after jars of primordial energy?
Aunt Fanny
Yeah.
is my aunt.
Right.
She lives in the Shattered Isles.
Oh, what? Way up there?
Yeah, I came all the way from there. I walked the whole way.
Could I just
You look
insight
so
check this
possible.
whole conversation, please?
Make an insight check. On a 15, you don't think that she has said anything to you that is false.
Yeah, didn't. Awesome. No, I'm down to clown if you want to stay in the group. If you want some jars of primordial energy, I'm sure.
I'm
sure
sorry,
we'll come
but are we
across
all
it.
fucking like?
Yeah, mate.
Are we all like?
But you know, the
Have
situation's
we all got something
weird.
wrong with us?
Yeah, because we brought you on as well, mate. So don't
This
even worry
old
about it.
lady's just appeared
Yeah.
and gone, blah, blah, give me money, blah, blah.
You were pretty
and
weird
you've-
about money as well at the beginning, if I recall
No,
correctly.
no, I wasn't.
You
Oh, yeah,
actually
no,
said you
I-
had cancer.
I
agree with
did
the
have
dragon.
cancer, and I got the money for the
You
treatment.
got
so.
cured.
I don't believe a word you're saying.
I
boy.
don't think you have
Yeah,
a place
I
to
wouldn't
say
believe. I wouldn't
anything.
believe me either. But like, fuck
Right.
it, fine. Come with us, old
Gil
bitch.
and I are the most senior members of this team. Now, I believe in everyone, but god damn it, Kit and Doris, can you two shut the fuck up, right? You're brand new.
Who are you to talk to me like?
Where is the giant and the prince?
I don't know. I don't know. The prince is fucked off. The giant,
Oh.
he's I don't know.
I always
defending his
liked him.
country.
He seemed very nice from
He was
afar.
not put together. He masked a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we going to Vengar's Scales then?
Yeah, at some point. So you just...
What?
No, we're not doing... You don't get to decide.
But I thought.
If we need to go to Guild, do we need to go there? Yeah.
We have to go to the hells, don't we?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Doris.
Not the hells.
Are you joking?
Oh fucking hell! Here we go.
If you're gonna-
Problem
if-
with everything.
Yeah. There's a
Problem
tavern
with
over there.
everything.
You can go over there, mate, and we'll just get you
Okay.
in the
I'll.
back.
No, you've
You're-
convinced me. I'll come to the hells.
Okay, that's good. Right, are we right? Whenever we meet someone new, I'm so thrown off by our like priorities.
Are you after the 50 gold kit?
Yeah.
Make a perception
That's
check
so
just in
impressive.
case. Yeah,
Oh.
not bad, but
That's a good effort.
it's not bad, but it doesn't be. It's you take the 50 gold.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, did we have a like already preordained way to get to the hells, or is it literally just we're figuring it out now?
You remember that when you spoke to Epizon all that time ago, he said that he has the ability to plane shift. If that isn't the route you want to go down, then you do have to vibes it yourself.
Interesting. so we can go back to Epizon. But then I don't know how comfortable I feel.
If we want to go to the Hells, we will need a tuning fork.
What is a tuning fork?
A tuning fork in order to get to the right dimension.
Of course.
The right plane. You need something from that plane in order to get there.
Does Epizon have one of them, or is it just because he's a primordial dude?
I don't know. I only spoke to him very briefly.
Sure. Yeah, no, we did as well. I barely remember him. So
we should travel to Timberwatch and speak to him purely for the fact that we know his wife is in the Hells as well.
Yeah, and you know we can visit the guy I had a book deal with. Because that's in Timberwatch. I mean, what are the odds that we're going back there?
What developments are you expecting from your book deal to have happened in the time that you've been apart?
I don't know. We've been apart weeks now.
And what developments do you expect to have happened in the weeks that we've been apart?
Why are you throwing so much shit at me right now, Gil? Why are you questioning just a very simple motive? Like, I want to pop by a bookshop and you're out there going, why should we go there? It's hurtful, Gil, it's hurtful.
Okay, I apologise.
Thank you. Right, we'll go see EpiPen, and we'll pop by. Can't remember his fucking shop name. I'm looking for it. I heard every single word you said, mate.
Yeah, me too. I had everything there.
We're not miles away from Timberwatch.
You're not far at all. It's probably a day's travel if you go via the roads. 2 days travel, probably day and a half travel if you go via the forest.
We probably have to go via the forest.
Yes!
A little fist bump back there.
I think as well, Gildor, as you were reading your spell book last night before you went to bed and refreshed your memory on a few spells, including Scry, you also remember that you were given the shard of the living flame back when you were in Zahith, which is something that you can use to both cast scrying for free if you are in the presence of a campfire, as well as enhance your scries as well. So perhaps staying one night in the forest isn't the worst thing in the world because you could get a free scry out of it.
Okay, then I suggest that we gather our things and begin our journey to Timberwatch immediately. It'll be at least a day's travel, if not more.
Doris starts celebrating at the idea of the
So you gather all of your stuff, and you take in the forest route. You're going as the crow flies, but slower because it's not as nice a journey. No worries. So you
Why'd you say it like that?
It's just not as nice a journey.
The voice in my head said that this might have been a bad idea, but
it's less comfortable. But obviously, you know that the roads might have people on them that you don't want to run into. Anyway, you begin your journey. And you guys spend the whole of the day walking, and if there's any scenes you'd like to narrate as you do that, feel free. Until it gets, you're going to stop sort of 2/3 of the way there at sundown to rest. So if there's anything you want to talk about now, you're more than welcome to.
I'll say that, just very quickly, literally one sentence, that Gildor hardly ever speaks on the entire walk, just very isolated on his own, just on the task at hand, probably leading the group, and like I said, just very quiet.
I'm gonna go speak to Jack. Hello, Jack.
What do you want?
I've noticed something in the time that we've been travelling together.
Yes.
I've noticed that my 50 gold is missing.
What?
And
that's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold to have lost.
You have a very keen eye I'm starting to suspect it might be the dragon that has taken it back, and I'm hoping that we can work together and watch him, so that we may take my 50 gold back.
Right, hang on. Let me figure this out.
Never trust those dragon folk.
I did hear. Like, I get about it a little bit. I've heard about you before.
Of me?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've heard you're quite nimble-fingered.
Well, there are stories told about me in the Shattered Isles and my fingers.
I think you should go and try and pickpocket him.
Okay, I'll try. I'll go. And I'm gonna walk over to Yeg, and I'm gonna like be like, oh, you have a mark on your side, little dragon, and like go to wipe it off and try and pickpocket him.
You can either make performance or sleight of hand.
I'll go for sleight of hand.
12. What's your passive perception, Yeg?
11.
All right, so make a perception check then. See if you get it.
Bang.
As he comes and wipes this mark off you, you literally hear his hand go down into your coin purse and jingle about a bunch of gold. Her hand go into your coin purse and jiggle around a bunch of gold, and it all clinks in your pocket.
I'm gonna elbow her in the face. Get your fucking hands off me! Is this you in the? Was this you in the fox?
Yeah,
don't do that shit. Don't do that shit.
The fox he told me to do it.
Yeah, and you let it. You're fucking 90 years old. Get it together.
I'm just trying to make friends.
Yeah, and you're doing a poor fucking job of it.
Doris starts crying.
Good.
Profusely.
I'm gonna just start a fire, I suppose. No, I'm not gonna start a fire.
I'll just keep my head down for the rest of the walk.
Yeah, good.
Did you get it? Did you get the money?
No, he's a master of perception.
I guarantee you he's got it.
Okay.
Little fucker.
Yeah, that's just like him, isn't it?
Just wait till you get to know him properly. He's even worse than you think.
God.
I'd keep an eye out for him.
I'm gonna look up to
will
the sky and go, I fucking miss Jaff. What the fuck? Where's Zarlok? Why the fuck is Kit here?
Do I notice that? Well, obviously, I don't know Gil like at all, but do I notice that he's being like exceptionally quiet?
I'll make an insight check.
You cannot possibly go and comfort Gil.
You're not sure because you don't know him very well. You don't know. You just know that elves are usually fairly standoffish anyway, and you just think this is kind of regular viewing for him.
I'll turn to Kit and be like, I think the elf likes me.
I would try and flirt with him.
I was just about to say I think he might even fancy me.
Maybe, you know what, he really, really likes jokes.
Does he?
Go and tell him a joke.
No, not yet. I need to play it cool. I need to play it cool for now. I can't be too keen.
Alright. Maybe drop some side game, right? Go over and just be like, do you come here often?
No, tonight when we go to sleep, I'll just put on a show for him.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So as the sun starts to go down, you find a nice little clearing to set up for the evening. You put up your bedrolls and a few tents just to keep any falling leaves and potential rain throughout the night off you guys. And you set up a campfire.
Showtime.
I will strike up a fire in the middle of the clearing, and I'm assuming it's late at night at this point. After we
By the time we've done everything, yeah.
Yeah. I will turn to the group and say, I will take first watch. You three can go to sleep, and if anything happens, I'll signal you.
Yeah, I'll stay awake because I don't trust either of these two.
I don't think we need to take any watches.
Why would
We should
you
all
say
just go.
that?
I agree. We should all just go to sleep.
You two have not been part of this very long, and so therefore you do not have say in whether or not we take a watch.
Okay, while he's talking at me, I'll go over to a tree and I'm gonna cast Awaken on the tree. Basically, as I kind of go over and my eyes roll back into my head and I start chanting in this kind of Fey language, that's very like it's quite guttural. And I'll be like chanting, and you see the tree kind of the roots pull out of the ground, forming into like little legs, and like branches start to crack and form into hands as the tree basically gains sentience. And I'll say, "Hello, can you please keep watch for us?"
The tree sort of goes. It like the roots sort of creak and it goes. Yes.
Thank you.
I hadn't finished. I will keep watch for you. What should I watch for specifically?
Gil?
I would like it if you watched for anything else that is not human. Humanoid.
Not.
Okay.
And if
Let me make like a tree and leaf. Ha ha ha.
Good one. If there is anyone who is human and they look a bit scary, then I don't know, maybe just like whack the ground and go. Wah!
I think saying that someone is bad because of the way they look is racial profiling, and
Yes, exactly. That's what I want.
You should have awoken that tree. He's a racist. I have been awokened. Ha 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 ha. It's okay. I'm only joking. I will keep watch.
I'm only joking. I'm the racist tree.
Well, brilliant. Right. I guess that just means that there's nothing to fear at all.
Exactly.
I would like to go to sort of bed then, like trance, whilst everyone else sleeps, knowing that it will only take me 4 hours, because I would like to do things whilst people are asleep. So I'll go to bed with the group and then wake up in the middle of the night once my trance is done, whilst everyone else is still asleep, because I have a few things I would like to do.
So everyone goes to sleep. 4 hours later, Gildor, you awake from your trance. The campfire is still burning, albeit it's dying. It is lowest embers. And yeah, it's probably about 1 a.m. and you are free to do whatever you need to do.
I'll do a small check just to make sure everything's okay, check on the tree, and that everyone is where they are, and there's no danger. And then sort of sitting down in front of the fire, I think that I stare into it for a long time before looking beyond the fire at this new companion that we have picked up. This old lady, and I think that the one emotion I feel when looking at her more than anything is anger, just how angry I am at the moment and can't seem to find that usual resilience that Triple G might have of when you are as high on intellect you can master your emotions or you can control and take the right path. I'm just so angry, and this lady has come at probably the worst possible time for me to manifest that, and I will cast for the first time at 5th level Dream, and I want to basically the spell means I can enter Doris's dream, and basically manipulate everything in the dream. I will control. I don't actually know if you have to make a save on this. If the target is asleep, the messenger appears, and I can basically transform this dream that Doris is having into my realm and make it what it wants. And Doris, in her dream state, will find herself lying in the sand in the desert. I'm not sure if Doris has ever been to Zahith, but it will be the deserts of Zahith, and it will be the blackest night, the blackest night yet. There's light everywhere because the sky is filled with stars. In Zahith, when it's the deepest portions of the desert, the sky is literally illuminated with stars, and she is on her back in the desert. And as Doris kind of is more aware of her surroundings, looking up at the stars, they start to like melt into each other and form images. And I want the skies above Doris to start almost like a flash reel, like a flash film, show all of the things that Gildor, Yeg, everybody in this group has experienced, and I want her to see the companionship we have, all the times that we've slept at each other's backs. I want her to see my dad dead in my arms. I want her to see I want to see John Pierre Jaff's child dead in his arms. I want her to see us defending the box in the Shadowfell. I want all of these images to flicker over and over and over and over again in the sky, and at the end of it, far off in the distance, hundreds of yards away, she will see me stood on a mound of sand, and I won't say anything, but she will know that I am the one who purposely came here to show her these images, so she understands fully why we are the way we are, who we are, and why this isn't as much of a joke to Gildor right now. And I will let the spell dissipate.
So you will have seen kind of from her reactions throughout all of that. One, you will have seen that sand is something that, yeah, she's not like a desert. Sand. Oh, I mean, Jan. Sorry, are there beaches on the Shattered Isles?
Yeah.
Sand in of itself isn't a entirely foreign concept to her, but something like a desert is certainly confusing. So you would have seen a certain, like, just confused, almost amazement reaction to the desert itself. Definitely getting the sense of, like, this is not something she's seen before. And as she kind of watches your reel of all of the different things, she kind of like, she looks in she looks in kind of sympathy, in like, I don't know, when you watch something nice and a smile comes across, like if there was anything nice that you kind of showed, you would have seen like a certain kind of like wiry smile. The thing she probably has the most violent reaction, violent is a strong word, but as she sees the bit of you with your dad dead, and as she sees the bit of JPJ with his son dead, I would say there's probably a tear or a few that she kind of lets go at that point, in terms of you can tell there is a lot of sympathy there.
And as I let the dream state dissipate, Doris will continue to sleep, and when she wakes in the morning, she'll know. But for now, whilst everyone is still asleep, I would like to then wake up Yeg on his own. Yeg, you awaken to Triple G, crying silently, weeping. Yeg, I need you awake for two reasons. One, because I'm about to do something for the first time and I'm scared and I need someone to be with me. And two, I need to talk to you because I'm not okay. And I don't think anybody else could actually understand if it wasn't you.
Thanks for reaching out. I'm with you every step of the way, pal.
Before I scry, because we need to find where the children are and where Antoine is, I think that I'm losing it. Yeah, I think that this is my fault that they're gone. I think that it's my fault that Jean Pierre's child is dead.
None of those things can be blamed solely on you, pal.
I didn't realise when I left Zahith and when I started to really embrace my divinatory powers, how difficult it would be when you see your friend's child die in his arms, or when two children that you purposely chose to protect and keep safe are taken in front of you and you nearly kill your own mother, and you realise in that moment as they are happening that you never saw any of this, you never predicted any of it. What is the point of having divination powers if I can't see these things and stop them?
Just because you have powers doesn't mean you can get in front of every runaway train. You're not going to be able to solve every problem that comes your way. And I think, especially for someone who's in a position like you, I feel like you're taking on an even bigger burden than what is, ordinary, I suppose. And we're dealing with some pretty heavy stuff. And so, yeah, you're like juggling all of these things. And like everything's still in play. It's obviously not good. But as far as we know, they're alive. And not Jaff's kid, of course. But again, can't be blamed on you. It's like, who can it be blamed on? Bloody Antoine. Bloody, the whole situation that we're in. The people at the top.
I think that losing Zarlok and Jean-Pierre has affected me more than I realised. I think Zarlok was such a pillar of our group and held us all up more than we realised. And Jean-Pierre, his passion,
tenacity,
for everything that we did, kept us on a bulletproof path forwards. I think if I was to lose you now, then I don't see a way back for me, especially with Kit, who is a good soul, and I can see that, but
Can you? You sounded a bit middling there. I don't know.
Kit is very young in all but age, mentally and physically, but she is now an object of mine. I'm gonna help Kit, and this new companion we have, I have reservations of my own, but the point still stands that you are literally all I have left.
Gil, man. You and me. I mean, Jaff isn't here, as you say. So yeah, it is just you and me. We'll be okay. We'll be okay.
And that's why I need you to watch over me. I'm about to. I'll pull out the. It's a stone, isn't it, Jan?
It's like a crystalline shard of fire frozen into like a crystal.
I pull it out and show it to Yeg and say, this was given to me in Zahith when I finally feel ready. I can put it into the fire and be able to see anybody I want, and I'm going to look now for Antoine and the children and find where they are. And I will.
I'll be your trip sister.
Sit in front of the fire, and I will put the crystal into the. I'll stoke the dying embers just so that they flick up just a little bit more, and enter the crystal into the flames and cast scrying.
As you place this ember shard into the almost dead flames, the fire roars and the flames fly up and they coalesce and they become this flaming phoenix of fire. And with one beat of its wings, it flies up at an astonishing speed, up into the sky and off towards North Spire. It zooms off and you start to look through its eyes, and it circles above the city. It's a dark, stormy night. Rain is pouring over the city. There is thunder rolling throughout, sharp flashes of lightning. At the gates of the city, the phoenix flies down towards them, and at the front of the city, there are 3 heads on spikes. One belongs to Lord Crestwind. He was the only noble in the wedding that was part of the old house that was sympathetic to the old royals. Another is the head of Tazira, the red dragonborn who had her neck snapped. And the final one was Gaston, the friend of Jeff, the one who helped Connie and Henry. His head is on a spike at the edge of the gates. The phoenix begins to fly through the city. Lining the inner walls of the city are posters. And as it flashes past, it stops at one. And you see that there are wanted posters of Yeg, of Jaff, of Kit, of Gildor, and of Zarlok. And they all say, wanted dead or alive for the kidnapping of Princess Sylvie and for conspiring against the crown. Reward 100,000 gold. The phoenix continues to fly, and we get to a more residential part of the city, and there are guards all throughout the streets. You see them smashing down doors of homes, of taverns, dragging out people into the streets, beating them for information, searching for any clues of either your whereabouts or those of the princesses. it follows a group being taken towards a courthouse, and it sits perched within the courthouse, and you hear the judge saying, "Matthew Fletcher, you have been found guilty of keeping your tavern open for 8 minutes past sundown. Under the old directive, this would be a fine of 10 gold pieces. However, new directives from King Platis states that you now be taken for the dungeons for an indefinite period of time. Next criminal, Hilda Stone, you were convicted of taking flowers from the roadside. Same charges apply to you. No trial will be necessary." And you see that people are just being dragged for any small breakage, any small violation of any law are being taken to the dungeons. This flaming phoenix follows and appears now within the dungeons. And there are hundreds of people in damp, mossy, dilapidating cells. And there are people clad in black robes patrolling. At one point, they open up a gate. They pull out one of the prisoners, lock the gate behind them, and drag them off. And as the phoenix follows, they are placed on a table, arms bound, gag around their mouth, legs bound in place. One of the figures in a black robe pulls out a syringe of blood, stands over and injects the blood into the neck of the prisoner. The prisoner begins to writhe in pain. Their skin goes a pale white. They scream through the gag. They're biting down so hard on the gag that blood starts to drip out from where they're just putting so much pressure on their mouth and their gums. Their eyes become red and sunken. And as they shake for a few moments and stop, the gag is removed and a set of fangs from their canines produce. The phoenix flies down out of the dungeons and flies out of the lower parts of the city up towards Crownspire. It circles once over the castle, flies into the top through the roof of the castle and enters the throne room. The citadel has been completely changed. The colours of Azeran, the greens and golds that decked every room, every tapestry have been removed, and it's all been replaced with black and red, thorns and fangs. Sitting on his throne is the now King Antoine. To his left is a hound made purely of shadow, and to his right sits a cage made not of metal but of black primordial energy. And within the cage sits Iria and Kale. Iria has produced this sphere that encases them both, made of white, light primordial energy that is encasing them both. And the black primordial energy of the cage leaks off from the cage, striking at the shield over and over. Kale is laying in her lap, unconscious, and Iria is just sweating, holding these shadows at bay. But who knows how long she can keep it up. And at the foot of Antoine's throne kneels a familiar deep gnome. Familiar to you, Yeg. Brix Nimbletoes, the ex-Venari rogue, who tricked the party into stealing the skull of Kellenvor for the Children of Darkness all those months ago, is down on one knee. And Antoine says to him, "You have done well, Brix. You have served faithfully, and you will be rewarded when the time comes." And the time draws near. The Grand Syzygy is just weeks away. It's time for you to retrieve the heart. You know where it is. Take whoever you need and bring it back. Do not fail me, for this is the last piece. And as the phoenix is sort of perched, looking in, just for a second, there is a flicker in Antoine's body language as he goes and he turns and looks directly where the Phoenix is. And you know this Phoenix is invisible to everyone barring you. He sees through, and at that point the connection is severed, and you come back to where you are, flames once again low, and just from exhaustion you sort of shudder a little bit, collapse into Yeg's arms, that you have seen what you have seen.
Are you okay? How do you feel?
I mean, that was tough to see, the state that North Bar has been left in. Gaston
no
as
doubt.
well.
Gaston.
Did I, firstly, could I, a bit retroactive, but could I get a sense that not only did he see us, but did it look like he knew where he was when he clocked us there at the end?
Make Arcana or Insight. I think all he knew that something was watching him, and all he did was sever the connection. I don't think he could trace it back to a location or a source.
Okay. I'm assuming that Yeg saw what I saw, that it was reflected in the flames, basically.
Yeah, it's sort of reflected in the flames, yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you saw that as well, Yeg. When we awake in the morning, we can inform the other two, and
Yeah.
I think we need to start. Well, we need to set off at an even quicker pace to Timberwatch if it now seems like it's going to be.
And we've got to keep
a
a low profile as well, you and I,
Yeah.
because we're
That's
fucking
actually
wanted for 100k.
That's a really good point.
We
I
got
forgot about
excited over having 10k each. Imagine having Jesus.
that. It seems it's now race to the heart in the house.
Yeah. All right. Fucking. I need to go back to bed, mate.
Yeah, you get back to bed, and I'll keep an eye out. And
You
I'll
keep an eye
also,
on these trees. Honestly, I'm a bit nervous.
I will keep an eye on the trees and
Thank
begin
you.
reading the limited information that we have on the hills.
I will say as well, from that, you can either make Arcana or Religion, but the DCs will be 15, 20, and 25 for a little, some, or a lot. Or you can make a straight intelligence check, and the DCs will be 10, 15, 20.
I'm gonna make a straight Arcana roll.
Cool. Oh my goodness. So 24, you just miss out on getting everything. But a couple of things from that. So the prisoners and the injections, you can tell, were being made into vampire spawns. So not veinborns, but you can get the gist that he is rounding up any and every person that has an excuse to be arrested, taking them to the dungeons and turn them into vampire spawn. For what reason, you do not know, but you know that. And the last thing I'll say is you heard a term when he was talking to Bricks, the Grand Syzygy, Syzygy. You know what the Grand Syzygy is? It's a astronomical phenomenon when three things happen all at the same time. So first, the moon is in what we call perigee, which is when it is at its closest point to the Earth. So apogee is when it's furthest away, and perigee is when it's at its closest point to the Earth. That's the first criteria for it to be a syzygy. The second thing, you have to have a supermoon. So it has to be a full moon at that time. So it's got to be at its closest point to the Earth, and also be a full moon. And finally, it's also during an eclipse. So for those three things to happen is when you get what we call a grand syzygy. Now, the last one of those would have been thousands, 10,000, maybe pushing close to 100,000 years ago. That's just how long ago it was. You know, you're looking at records from a different time, a different civilization. The next one, on a 24 Arcana, you can't tell when it is. You've been told in there that it is just weeks away. You don't know how you're not as well versed in astronomy as proper astronomer is. So you can't get a more accurate reading on when it is in terms of an exact date. But you've been told that it's coming. And you would know that at that sort of time period, these things happen once in a generation, in a millennium, in an age. So you understand why they need the heart so quickly, because once the window closes, it closes. I'm going to quickly go toilet, but you can mull over that while I go for a pee.
Mull it over.
Unless you have a question before I go.
I don't.
Repeat the last bit.
So yeah, you just know that these things happen once in an age. So you know that their window is short, and they can't afford to miss it. And if they've only got a few weeks, that's probably why they are so desperate to get everything they need, to get the heart, to have the children. Perhaps it's an insight into why he was willing to give up the princess for having the children. Because this window is, if it goes, it's not happening until the lands sunder and come back and generations rise and fall 100 times over, because it is something that does not happen often. You know, the last one was tens of thousands of years ago.
Okay.
Alright, back in a sec.
Wow. Shit.
Shit.
The DM's gone, what do we do?
If he's not back in 15 minutes.
I fireball Kit while she's asleep.
I'm doing
When-
yeah.
So what happened
Don't
to
worry.
the soul in Shadowfell? When you guys were there, it didn't get taken, did it? It's still there.
Yeah.
No, the soul is definitely still there.
Yeah. It
So
wouldn't.
how are they going to complete the ritual with only 2 of the 3 things?
Because the kids are the
Oh,
backup.
the children are a substitute for that.
Yes, for
Yeah.
the soul. They're like an alternative method. So, yeah.
I've
Can't
just
believe-
seen. Oh, go on.
Well, I can't believe the lads have got such big bounties on them. It's kind of fire.
100k.
Dude, we're
no joke.
fucking dude, I feel bad for Zarlog. He's all the way up there. Like, what if someone in Skarnus catches wind?
Also, when we were in the market and Jan was describing who was there, did you think I was going to be the bloke with the tattoos and the
No,
nose piercing and shit?
I didn't. I didn't think he'd be the old woman, but I didn't really.
I said to Jan, I was like, if you throw in some really edgy cunt and see if they bite on it.
I actually thought you were the little wooden Pinocchio thing that came through the window at first.
Yeah, I heard you laughing at that.
As soon as it said it was like an eyes for something else, I was like, oh, fuck this.
So-
This little wooden thing.
You're a druid, yeah.
My class is druid, yes.
Why do you say it like that?
Well, I don't want to tell you like what subclass I am. I don't want to give away like too much about me. But well, I'd rather that happen like in game or in roleplay or whatever. But yeah, I'm a what 9th level? Are we 9th level or 8th level? I'm a 9th level druid. So
I'm back. Did I miss anything interesting?
No.
nah, we were just chatting.
Bez?
Yeah, that was it really.
So-
yeah, that's it.
So, sorry. So, you have that vision. Yeg goes back to sleep. Gil, if you want, you probably have enough time to trance again, just to get those 5th level spells back. It would delay you leaving it by an extra hour or two, I guess, in the morning to go to Timberwatch, but it's your choice if you'd like to go back for another trance or stay up.
I definitely will, having seen how wanted we are. I don't want to be short of a spell slot for the sake of an hour.
Cool. So, the rest of you guys will wake up in the morning a little bit before Gil finishes off his trance. You take some of Yeg's jam and crackers and you have a bit of a breakfast. And you finish off and head over to Timberwatch.
Whilst we're travelling to Timberwatch, can I be flicking through my notes on... I need an above table refresh as well on the 2 beings in the Hells who I was researching pretty vigorously. The guy with the crow mask who who was betting with his friend.
He's Fae. He's not Howls, him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's in the Hells, though.
So you know that from your conversation with Velthraxis, who was the Erin Yez that you took out from being tranced in Stormledge, you then made a contract with her to ask some questions in return for her freedom. You got some knowledge out of her. She was then going to go back and tell everyone. You then cast suggestions on her, made her edit the contract to not mention your guys' whereabouts to her masters, and then you sent her home. In that conversation, you asked a number of questions, including whether or not she had ever had her first kiss before. But one of the things you asked her was who her master was, and she said that her master was Dispater. And you also asked if she knew someone with a witch doctor plague mask. And she said, yes, I do. He is someone that comes from a different realm who frequently visits my master because they both have a rivalry when it comes to collections. Collecting artifacts, collecting relics and unique and wonderful and interesting things. You know that most recently, the Heart of Umbrasil was won in a game of cards between Dispater and this Archfey. And that was the last time the Archfey had come to the Hells. I don't think you have any more information than that. Oh yeah, you know that this Archfey was exiled and ended up in a different plane of existence, and I guess another thing you know is that they traded a Sharon artifact, a spear, for a memory of Lysandra Tideborn, who was the champion of Umberlee. The last memory of Lysandra Tideborn was traded for a Sharon Spear of Night, a very important relic to Lady Shah.
Okay.
Cool.
So
we're here.
yeah, you guys make it to Timberwatch. Are you going? You would have come from. Let me work out. You would have come from the south, so you would have been coming from this area. This way is the Hollow Spires, which is the mountain range where Epizon was hiding in. And obviously here is Pinewood Publishers, which is where Otis Carson is the person. Yeah. So where do you head? Obviously this is where the Watcher tree was, which you now know was taken by Epizon and turned into his weapon.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, I'll just go check in on Pinewood, to be honest. See what's going on with him, and then we can make our way over to Epi.
Cool. You head over to speak to Otis real quick. As you turn up, he says, "Oh, Yeg, how you doing?
Hello,
I got your letter.
friend.
I got your letter
Good.
Yes.
I was excited.
It was a bit weird because you paid for the bird to be invisible, so this letter was just floating in. I didn't really know what to do, and then it kind of waited around for a response, but I didn't really have anything else to say, so then it kind of just flew off. But I digress. Really good work with getting some orders in
Okay,
to
good,
that tea shop, and it actually gave me a couple of decent ideas. I thought with a story like yours, with the kind of vibe we're going for, it's very. We're going to appeal to the hipsters. We're going to appeal to the people that, are a bit more out there and different. And where do they hang around? They hang around tea shops and coffee shops. Done a bit of research.
I see where you're going.
There are a few different retailers that are willing to stock your stories. We've got a tea shop in Shimmer Point. We have... 2 venues in Waterside. You have a cafe there, and then really weirdly enough, an adventuring academy. Apparently, they saw who it was by and were like, "We want a few copies." So I thought, well, perfect.
Adventuring what? Sorry.
Like an adventuring academy, like a school for adventurers. Something to do with a guy called was it Gregory or? Yeah. Yeah, Drawfus, that's the one. Yes. It's actually his butler Alfred I was speaking with. But
yes,
they want to make a few orders. We have a couple of orders in Emberfield as well, and then I've sent word. I have a few contacts over in Nithrelis. We won't hear back from them for a while, but I'm hoping if we can expand over the continents, be really, really good for us.
Yeah.
But obviously, we're just waiting the final draft. I've told them it's on back order. We need to wait for the printing press to start going. Obviously, but for that, we need the story. Do you have an ETA? I know you're a creative. We don't want to rush creatives, but as the person paying for it
deadlines
all,
are a thing.
I need to start making some money from this.
Yeah.
I've got a family to feed. I've got me, myself, and I, a big family to feed.
The story will be done when it's done. Do you know what I mean?
I don't love the tone, but I understand it, and I quite like
but
the
I'm saying
edginess.
it with a smile, Otis. Can't you see?
Yeah, but you're kind of a dragon-y kind of folk. Your smile just shows off a lot of really sharp teeth, and it kind of felt like a threat.
It wasn't a threat.
That's good to know. Really, really good to know, because I was a
the
little
story
bit
will
scared.
get done. I am writing. Look, I'll show my book. There you go. There's it's been filling. Do you know what I mean? I'm almost out of pages. In fact, do you have a spare notebook that I can buy off you if let's do this legit?
You know what? Here's 3, and just hand you 3 empty tomes that are there to be thinking.
Cheers.
Just keep me updated if you get any news. If you finally get have you even got have we got a title that we can at least go with? Maybe try up some investors.
Ah, shit. Do you know, I did have one, and it was. Tell me what you think. I'm workshopping it. The Pillars of Azureth.
Pillars of Azureth. I like that. I'm thinking merch. I'm thinking lunchboxes for the kids.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe a theatre show, maybe like a cabaret theatre show with some strippers. They could dance on the Pillars of Azureth.
Otis?
Oh yes, yeah. This is going to be good. This is going to be really good.
brother, chill.
We have to capitalise here. We have to capitalise. We want to make some money off of this.
100%. You got a family to feed.
But think about it. Like some of the characters in the story, like Zarlok. That's like people will pay money to see a big naked Goliath man dangling off a pillar of Azureth.
And the thing is, he actually has
covered in body oil.
He has quite an emotional story towards the end.
Exactly. I think as well, it will really build up to it, and I think sometimes with emotional, you're gonna need a little bit of levity, a little bit
Jaff
of smut.
as well. He's got an emotional story.
I think Jaff is how we appeal to the teen girls who like the bad boy. To the ones that shop at all of the goth shops,
Topic. And
Hot
they smoke
Topic,
cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think Gildor is going to be like our. He's the good boy. He's the one that you want to bring home to your parents.
He's been going through some shit.
Yeah. And then I think you're the complex, emotional one. You understand stories and emotion. I think you know what. And do we have some new characters here? And he sort of points over to this old lady hag.
Don't even look at
this
him.
fox.
Don't breathe on him.
Don't look at her directly in the eye.
Okay, to be honest, I was focusing more on the fox. I'm thinking plushies. I'm thinking cuddly toys. I'm thinking, yeah, I like
listen,
this.
I love you. You've got a very
I would like
entrepreneurial
to be
attitude.
in this book.
You will, because unfortunately, you're stood next to me.
Yes!
Okay, good. Right.
know what?
Weirdly
I'm
enough,
thinking-
Otis, do you know you're actually in the book as well, so that's nice.
Oh, amazing. Well, maybe I'll, you know,
You're not going to
maybe I'll
capitalise.
No,
Not on
Otis Carson action figure. No.
Do I get
spin-off story.
royalties? Do I get royalties?
No, that's not how this works. There's far too many
No,
characters. for that to
he
be
gets
a
the
reasonable-
royalties, but I mean, you can negotiate with him if you want. That's his share.
I won't.
But,
I'm not negotiating with terrorists, so...
so this older lady. I'm sorry, I never got your name.
Doris.
Well, Doris, I am charmed. He sort of takes your hand and gives you a kiss on the
Well,
fingers.
I never.
Now, Doris, you are obviously going to be a character in this book, and I think unbelievable. I really can't wait to see what this skilled writer can do with you.
I hope it gets my curves in it.
Well, this is actually part of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
It's a book.
when this is all done,
Exactly.
you know, older lady, your name is Doris, you are, you know, beautiful smile. I think will be a really good thing. Maybe we do like a cookbook, you know. Doris does dishes, maybe.
Did you just call me old?
Well, you ain't no spring chicken, hun. But it's fine. It's fine.
I slam a card down on the table.
Oh no!
Otis! You see a kobold in full armor appear on the table with a big battle axe as I stand behind it going, "Bah!"
He goes, Who's this cute little fella?
He's scary! He's gonna kill you!
I think he would be a great, like, you know how you have like the main person in a cookbook and you have like the sort of the side person. I think he'd be a really
Little
good like
cook.
co-commentator.
Big cook,
in this.
little cook.
Big cook, little cook, exactly. What's this one's name?
Doris is severely disappointed in everything that's happened thus far. I will not be doing a cookbook. I am not old. You're old.
I am old, but don't worry. So we can be old together, baby. We ain't getting any younger.
Oh, he's so charming,
Dude, it's
isn't
just
he?
got game, dude.
Anyway,
He just has
think
a
about it.
certain level of charm that just makes me want to make a cookbook a little bit.
Doris does dishes. Just think on it. Just think on it. You know, when this is all said and done, come over and have a look.
Will it
Anyway,
get my curves in it?
we can have an illustrator, and I'm sure we can make it a little bit younger as well. Get your curves in.
Well, top stuff, Otis. Top stuff, mate. It's been good to see you, pal. How are things in Timberwatch? How's the vibes?
Things are all good. You know,
What's
we've
the
gotten over
temperature
the loss of the Watcher tree. Obviously, we used.
Well, that was
the-
only a
Oh,
couple of
I
weeks
met
ago.
them.
No, it was a couple
met-
of months ago.
them.
Yeah.
Who?
I'm gonna continue this conversation and pretend like I know what's going on. Yeah.
How are the vibes? They're good. They're all right.
The
Post.
vibes are good. The vibes are good. We've got over the loss of the tree. You know,
Yeah,
we
good.
have our stage now. We've actually been using that for a couple of little festivals. You know,
Oh, very cool.
we've just had the harvest season, so
Nice.
you know, everyone's happy. You just missed it. Actually, we just had a nice
That's
little
a
harvest
shame.
festival.
That's a shame.
It's a shame, but you know, there'll be some nice
love to
jams
be
and
there.
spreads for sale in the market that have been made from all of the stuff from the harvest. So you know,
that's such
feel free to
Otis. Thank you.
to pop by and
Where
grab
is
whatever.
that? Is that in the middle where the tree was? Did you say, or did you say that's somewhere specific?
It's towards the Maples,
The Maples, thank you,
districts.
thank
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, if you want to
Yeah.
go shopping. Yeah.
Oh my god. Otis, I love it when I arrive in a place and I'm not bombarded with bullshit. It's just been really good to catch up, pal. And I'm glad you're doing well. And I hope the family's okay.
Me, myself, and I are doing great. We are good.
Amazing, right? I'm done here. I hope, yeah, good. Otis, fist bump.
He grabs your hand like a cabbage.
Fucking people need to get with it. Right, let's roll to EpiPen.
So you're heading to the Hollow Spires now.
Yeah. Oh well, we could swing by the maple. We'll do the maples after if the situation calls.
What's in the maples?
It's just market. It's just I could buy jams.
Oh right, okay.
It's not important.
No,
So you head
On the
Go on.
walk over to the mountains.
Still got some fig jam on me, so that's all good.
I'm gonna head over to Gil, and I'm gonna kind of very very slowly, very kind of like uneasily make my way over to him, and I'll say, "Look, I come in peace."
Oh, dude.
I saw you last night, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
It's very troubling, some of the things you showed me. I imagine that is why you have been somewhat standoffish with me.
It has not been the easiest road to travel upon, but things of late have been especially difficult.
It does certainly seem that way. Well, I just wanted to assure you that I do not come with any malintent towards any of you, and just here to gather things for my ritual, and I'll do my best to help out along the way. It seems like we can all be mutually beneficial for one another.
If you are going to join us, then I would ask a favour of you. Separate to the favour, whether I was asking for one or not, will be delving more into why you need primordial energy and who your aunt is, but referencing back to the favour in and of itself, I've seen you spending a lot of time with our youngest companion, Kit. I spend a lot of time thinking about Kit. She's very different to me, and I ultimately don't think I want to change Kit, or I want Kit to be like me. So try and mentor Kit if you can. I know that your energies are quite similar, and you might have antagonised each other to begin with, but without prodding her to perhaps childish means, try and help Kit flourish in a way that I couldn't, as and I sort of look her up and down, a more colourful character than I am.
I find myself drawn to Kit. I think Kit thinks they have one up on me and that I don't know their games, but they seem very endearing, and I see a lot of myself in that young boy. So that young girl, sorry. I will do my best to be as positive of an influence as I can. I think we're cut from the same cloth. We come from the same place. And look, I know you've got a lot going on in your head. However, I'm sure he is very proud of you. And as an old woman imparting some of my wisdom onto you, you can't put everything on your own shoulders all the time. Your knees will buckle. You gotta let some of that kind of shrug it off every now and again.
I appreciate your advice. I actually am feeling marginally more like myself today. It felt good to at least speak it aloud. It will take time, but yeah. I have learned a very valuable lesson recently that even I am not impervious to the most astute of lessons in life.
There's always time to learn, no matter how old you get, young man. And I'll give Kit a lock of my hair and say, there you go. Hold on to that.
Are you giving that to me or Kit? Sorry.
Sorry, not Kit. Gil. I'll give you a lock of my hair. Say, hold on to that. That'll protect you.
Can I cast Identify whilst Doris is not looking?
You can indeed. Make a sleight of hand check to do so without Doris noticing.
Oh, come on, Triple G sleight of hand.
All right. You make your Arcana check.
My passive perception is higher than that, by the way.
Oh, is it? Okay, so
my passive perception is 19.
Oh wow.
Yeah, day job.
So, so like the spell goes off.
I'm not going to say anything though. I
Yeah,
notice
but
I'm casting Identify, but I'm not going to say anything.
But it's not. You can see that Doris is looking at you whilst you do this, but at this point it's too late. You've cast a spell.
You know, when I notice Gil casting Identify, I'll kind of chuckle to myself, and then I will just like walk off and head over to like Kit or Yeg or someone, and let you kind of do whatever you're doing.
I think you cast Identify on it, and the hair is magical. It's infused with Fey energy. I think delving deeper, you focus more on the arcane because you understand it better. So from the arcane, you realise that Doris can send messages to whoever is holding this lock of hair. There's like a telepathic link between Doris and the hair. And not only can she send messages, she can also view through it, almost like a very basic scry. She can't be too far away from it, but there is definitely a way to sense things through this. I'd say make an Arcana check, see if you get any more from this.
8.
I think on a 24, you start to put the puzzle pieces together. That there's Fey magic, there's this sort of hex magic in a sense. You start to realise that this is something of a hexblood. An individual infused with Fey energy. And I'd say on that 24, you begin to realise that this is a person that is undergoing a transformation, but I think that's all you get on the 24.
Interesting.
As you continue on your journey through the forests around Timberwatch, as you get closer and closer to the Hollow Spires, I think the deeper you travel into the forest, you realise the stronger of the influence of having an Earth Colossus, being here. The roots of the trees are like thick, almost as thick as a castle walls as they break through the earth. The trees are taller, stretching through up, like reaching, trying to touch the sky. The canopy's wider. The animals move freely in the undergrowth without fear. They're not worried about your presence. And the forest feels like less of a woodland and more of a kingdom. And I think you, especially Doris, just feel the raw natural energy of earth and nature and life that has just been enhanced by the presence of a primordial.
It's lovely, isn't it?
As you reach the mountain cave of the Hollow Spires, you see this big open entrance to the cave. Do you guys all head in as normal?
Yeah.
As you head in, you see that at first you can't see anything, and then you realize that Epizon has almost formed itself into the landscape. Birds rest on his shoulders. There are vines creeping up his arms. There are small little saplings growing from the tiny cracks in his sort of stony skin. And as you guys walk in, his eyes open, and the ground beneath him rumbles just from that one movement of his eyes opening. And the Earth Colossus awakens. He says, "You have returned, although there are new people, one of whom is a stranger, one of whom I have met before. It's nice to see that the universe has its way. It is good to see you all. But to what do I owe your return?"
We need some primordial jars, pal.
Some primordial jars. This one already came looking, and I was
I know.
unable to help her in that regard.
Yeah.
I did what you said. I waited in Emberfield and I found them.
That is good. I'm happy. I think there is much to learn from these individuals. I think being a party with them will illuminate you. You will learn more about yourself, about who you are, what your purpose is, and I think from them all you will learn the fundamental ideas that they live by, that they are the architects of their own destiny. But now you have all returned together. I am anxious to know what you have learned since you were last here. You came here with many questions, some that I could not answer. Have you found answers on your journey?
I'm not so sure. I mean, yes, we have.
All answers lead to more questions.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah. It's one of those.
That is the nature of knowledge. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. Have you come with news of Agra? You see, even though he has like this granite stone expression as his skin is like just cracked earth and rock, somehow the face of stone softens just at the mention of his wife's name.
as far as I recall, Agra did die, right? That was...
No.
No?
We don't.
Agra is holding up the hells, isn't she?
Yes.
Then,
She's holding up this, just that level, just the layer, just
Yeah.
the city of this.
Yeah, that's fine then. Just holding up the level, bro.
I think at the confirmation that she's alive, you see he like takes a second and he says, "Tell me everything, every detail, every rumor, every scrap of information. I can't believe that she's still here. Yes, we're separated by planes of existence, and I haven't seen her in millennia, but she's here. She's alive. I'm not the only one left. Tell me everything you know."
Everything we know... I mean, I can't possibly... I mean, it was literally... Well, who did we hear that off? That she's holding up the... How did we figure that one out?
I believe it was the devil in Scarnus.
Yes, I think that might be correct.
Yeah, it was from Velthraxis, the Erinyes.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I mean, I think we
Oops.
informed that the way in which we've found the information, and basically what we do know is limited. That she's holding up a layer of the hells, and it's our intention to go there purely A, because we need to, but also B, we will, when we are there, try and free her as well. That is on the agenda. So
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'm glad that we have information. I mean, the Earth Colossi were once many. We were born from the primordial essence of Earth itself, from the same spark of creation that produced Vengar, our draconic ancestor. And we were once many, but the ages have not been kind. Wars between gods, wars between primordials, just the passage of time. One by one we disappeared. Some died, some were lost, some just faded away. But if Agra truly survives, then the last two Earth Colossi still live. And I will join you in the Hells. I cannot put this burden just upon you. And besides, with all due respect, if the people you're going up against are able to subdue a Colossus, a primordial titan, they are powerful indeed. Nothing will stop me from bringing back my wife. Not the gods, not devils, not Dispater himself. We will go together. We will bring her back, and I will aid you in whatever your goals are. We will do this together.
As a team.
let's do it.
It will be tough. I mean, I can't go to the Hells like this. I think we'd lose the element of surprise. I'm impossible to hide. And I'm strong, but if the entirety of this was to descend upon me, I wouldn't love my chances. as much as I would wish to just step there and tear the city off her shoulders, a direct assault will accomplish nothing. I can't fight an entire plane on my own. And you see he brings his hands together, these two huge slabs of stone. They sort of come together, and a low grumble sort of escapes from his chest as he kneels down. As his knees hit the ground, the earth just shakes, and from the earth, roots just emerge from the ground and wrap around his colossal body. From his shoulder blades, where there are like pieces of geodes and crystals that sort of form his joints, the crystals just spread across his form. The stone begins to shift. The entire mountain and forest just seems to assist in his transformation. And until he is completely wrapped in root, in stone, is crystal, he then begins to sort of fold inward, shrink. It takes a fair few minutes, just several minutes of this mountain becoming mortal. And eventually the transformation ends, and where once stood a colossal titan the size of a mountain, now stands a humanoid figure around 7 feet tall. His skin is like polished granite, and there are crystalline veins that run beneath his surface. His eyes are these two amber crystals that just glow faintly within his eyes. The power within him is still there, buried, contained, restricted. And he says, I will be weaker in this form, and I will not be able to shift back quickly. You know, most of my primordial power will remain sealed away. My connection to the earth and nature itself will be diminished and reduced, but I can still travel, and most importantly, travel unnoticed. We can reach the hells unnoticed this way. Where did you say she was being kept?
Where is she? This.
Yeah, this. He sort of furrows his brow, and his brow are like these two, like, rock shards that sort of protrude out from his face, and he sort of furrows his brow for a second and goes, the problem is, I have not travelled much amongst the outer planes. And he begins to quickly draw a cosmology map in the ground. But
I vaguely remember this.
Within the elemental chaos, I can move very freely, very easily, with no extra artifacts needed. I am very much connected to the inner planes. The outer planes, they were created after me. They are newer additions to the cosmology. Now, I could get us to the hells, but it will be risky. I cannot control where in the hells we turn up. We could turn up in this and be lucky, but we could enter in any one of the 9 hells in any one location. Hell, we could enter into Asmodeus' chamber himself. For us to be certain, for us to plane shift into the correct place to enter the city of Dis, we will need a tuning fork of some kind. We will need a planar relic of the city of Dis. We would need something tied to that location. I don't suppose you have anything on your persons now, and he gives a wry smile.
Ah,
I certainly don't.
no.
Well, do we know any locations that would accumulate relics of the planes? I mean, the planes are usually connected to gods, to divinity. Where would there be places
Where
which would
there be
have
places?
artifacts of gods and devils and
Oh.
demons?
North of what's the place up top?
Dawnhaven.
Yes.
Dawnhaven. Tell me more about this Dawnhaven.
It's a city basically built on religion. It's a temple to every god spread throughout the city.
A place where celestial, infernal, lawful, chaotic, good and evil all intersect. If an artifact to this exists, it would be somewhere there. So it's settled. We should go to Dawnhaven. We will inquire and we will try and find one of these relics.
I can't wait to go back to Dawnhaven.
You say it's north of here? Allow me to expedite our journey. Unless there's anything else we need to be doing before we go.
No, we can go. It's okay.
He sort of places his hand on the ground and he produces these, they're like Pegasi made of stone, and they sort of just erupt out of the earth. And he says, I think this will be faster than taking the road. And he gives a wry smile and says, and much more stylish. You know, a primordial titan shouldn't be travelling via horse and carriage, should he now? And he straddles atop one of the Pegasi and says, shall we be off?
Absolutely. Lead the bloody way.
Then he yars his Pegasus and takes off into the sky, heading towards Dawnhaven.